Hello everyone, this is Amber from Staying Crafty. Today we're going to be doing a stamped card project. This is Hero Art's Cupcake set. I've stamped my cupcake onto a white circled piece of paper and I have layered it on top of two scalloped circles. The measurements I used were very specific. I actually measured the stamp and decided on the size of my circle based on that, and then sized two scalloped circles to fit around that perfectly. I happen to use my Cricut Gypsy to do that, but if you're using punches or something else, you can pretty much make anything work. I mean, it's just a circle with two scalloped circles layered behind it, so it doesn't need to look exactly like this one does. So I'm just coloring this in using my Stampin' Write markers from Stampin' Up, and I'm not by any means an expert colorer of stamped images, but it turned out fine. So I've added a window charm from Close to My Heart. And now I have my pink front layer here, and it measures 3 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I've added that green rickrack ribbon. I've run it through the Divine Swirls Cuttlebug embossing folder to give it texture. And now I am just adding pop dots to the back so that I can adhere it to my card. Gives it a lot of dimension, especially with that window charm on there. And window charms are just a big sticker, very easy to apply. So now I'm going to stamp my sentiment. It's from the same stamp set, just says Happy Birthday, and I'm stamping it in Orchard Opulence ink from Stampin' Up. And once again, the shape's a real specific size. So I cut pop dots in half and put them on the corners of this little shaped piece that I cut so that it will adhere to the paper and not to the ribbon. So just sticking that down. And I have adhered this blue piece of paper to my green card base. My green card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and the blue piece is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. So now I'm layering my pink sheet on top, and it is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it goes 3 1/4, 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. So here's what the front of the card looks like. Now we're doing the inside. I am stamping a sentiment once again in Orchard Opulence ink. This is all from the same stamp set. And the inside of my card's pretty simple, just white with pink layers on the sides. Here I am stamping my candle image onto a scrap piece of paper. And I'm going to be doing some masking, so I'm going to cut out this candle using my Martha Stewart scissors so that I can have a cupcake image with this candle looking like it's coming out of the cupcake. And this is actually the first time I've tried masking. I want to do something really simple, so this candle has nice, clean, easy lines to cut out. This is actually in real time. I didn't speed this up. It was just really simple cutting. So it didn't take very long at all, and it really gave me a good result. I was pretty happy with it. So I've got it all cut out there. I added some repositionable adhesive to it, and here I'm just determining placement. Something I like about clear stamps is I'll actually set them on what I'm making to determine placement. Just a little bit easier. So now I'm just going to be stamping this cupcake with my candle in place. And it's pretty simple. I just wanted to line it up. And there we go. So now I remove the candle, and I had some of the repositionable adhesive that I had to rub off. And if I had been more patient, I wouldn't have smeared my card, but I'm not patient. And I used a pigment ink that's a little bit slow to dry. So I did do some smearing to my card while I was removing the extra adhesive, but it's okay. It came out fine. So this is just the area in which I have ready to stamp my candle. So now I'm just inking up the candle stamp, and I have a nice spot to place that. So it looks like it's coming out of my cupcake. And voila. So there's the inside of my card as of now. And once again, I'm just going to do some coloring. I'm still using the Stampin' Write markers from Stampin' Up. And pretty simple stuff. This card did come out very heavy. I did mail it, but I mailed it inside a box with a bunch of other presents and such. But it was very heavy and kind of thick because of all the layers on the front and on the inside, and then that big window charm, and it's kind of a thick, heavy card, so might not be the easiest to mail, just so you know. But I used very similar colors on the inside of the card as on the outside, just to give it a really coordinating, cohesive type of a look. And I was really happy with the way that turned out. But yeah, these markers they don't blend super well. So I try to make sure when I'm coloring, I'm mindful of which direction I color in, because there will be kind of lines and such. So if I'm coloring the frosting, I want to go kind of horizontal, and the wrapper, I went kind of vertical. So I was a little mindful of that. So here's the colored inside of the card. Very happy with it. So it looks like closed. Like I said, it is kind of bulky. So there's just some pictures here of my finished card. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful crafty day.